Yo, stay wavy TV, ride the vibe with me, splash through your screen, drip clean like the sea, high tide energy, never on mute.
Boosie Badass calls out 21 Savage for saying F the streets. He's not rocking with that slogan, man. This is what Boosie had to say on Twitter. He said, if the rappers go say F the streets, y'all need to stop rapping about them. Stop double dipping. Rap about fruits, college courses, and stay out the streets. If you from the streets shaped you to the man you are today. Your mindset, your hustle, your intuition come from the streets. Your support come from the streets. Yes, I want every kid to make it out the streets. That's what we all want, but I'm never saying F the streets. They're responsible for our success. Don't forget, every successful independent record label started from where? The streets. All your music come from the streets. Your baby mama, you met her from the streets. So if it's F the streets, don't rap about them. Simple as that. Show the world and fans how good artists y'all is. Take the streets all the way out y'all rap vocabulary. I want to hear it. I gotta agree with Boosie Badass, man. Listen, I know Boosie has a reputation of not minding his business and always speaking on stuff that has, really nothing to do with him, because this whole situation is about 21 Savage, Young Thug, and Gunna, right? But because they are talking about the streets, Boosie does have a right to speak on it because, Boosie is one of the most popular, hood rappers, of all time. You know what I'm saying? Especially in the South, right? So, listen, 21 Savage, you just put out a new album called What Happened to the Streets. And in that album, you are rapping about the same shit that you was rapping about on your first album. Spinning the block, shooting a nigga, robbing a nigga, right? The typical ignorant 21 Savage shit that he usually raps about, right? And this is my problem with artists like 21 Savage. And it's not just him. I'm going to name some others in a little bit. But let's talk about specifically 21 Savage, right? As an artist, right, you should show growth and you should evolve as you get older and time goes by. Like, if you're rapping about the same exact stuff that you're rapping about from your first album or your 6th or 7th album, then, at that point, you can't get mad if you fall off, right? Like when you listen to Drake, right? Listen to Drake's first album, Take Care, right? His first, or So Far Gone, his first album doesn't sound anything like his most recent album, For All the Dogs. Same thing with DMX, Jay-Z, Nas, J. Cole, right? Like Born Sinner doesn't sound like J. Cole's last album, you know what I'm saying? Big Sean's most recent album doesn't sound like his first album, Hall of Fame, or whatever his first album was called, right? This is why these artists are successful, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you're a real artist and you really talk about what's going on in your personal life and you're showing growth in your music, right? Those are the artists that usually stick around and they become legendary household names, you know what I'm saying? Like Wiz Khalifa's, what's Wiz Khalifa's first album name, bro? I forgot. Wiz Khalifa has a lot of albums, but you look at Wiz Khalifa, right? Even though Wiz Khalifa loves to talk about weed and shit like that, right? I think everybody would agree that his first album, Rolling Papers, right? It doesn't sound like Kush and Orange Juice 2, the album that he just put out, right? Like most people would probably say Rolling Papers is a better album, right? And that's the problem with these Atlanta niggas like Future. Like, Future is another one. Like, a lot of people don't know that Future is like 45 years old because he still raps like he's a YN. He's still rapping about the same exact shit as when he put out the Tony Montana. It's the same shit. He talk about the same shit. So I gotta agree with Boosie. If you're gonna say F the streets, right? Then 21 Savage, if it's F the streets, if you were to stop talking about the street shit in your music because your fans fell in love with your music because of you glamorizing the streets, if you was to stop talking about the streets on your next album, it'll flop. None of the singles on the album would perform well on the Billboard charts, and you would fall off. And I've actually seen an interview from 21 Savage where he said that he's always gonna talk about the streets in his music because if he was to stop, then people wouldn't like it. So when you say F the streets, it's hypocrisy at its finest, bruh, right? Now, Young Thug, he actually is a very diverse artist, right? Like Young Thug is not talking about street shit in every one of his songs. Like Young Thug has a song where he's literally talking about surfing, bruh. Surf, 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 surf in. Like Young Thug has shown that he can make hit songs without talking about the streets. Like, you know, the Rich Gang album, right? I'm gonna beat on that pussy, yeah. I'm gonna well. I think I do it well. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's certain artists like, you know, Gunna, Young Thug, right? These artists, they don't have to rap about street shit in their music for the music to perform well, right? And listen, Future does have some R&B songs, right? Future does have some club records. Like, Future is another artist that doesn't necessarily have to glamorize street shit in all of his music. But what I'm saying is, artists like 21 Savage and Future, a majority of their music that has performed well is talking about street shit, unfortunately, right? So I gotta agree with Boosie. Man. Like, if you're gonna say F the streets, then you gotta really stand on that. Don't make no more music talking about spinning the block, shooting at your ops, shooting the chopper, running up in somebody's crib. Because the fact of the matter is this: none of y'all niggas is doing that anymore. Another artist is Gucci Mane, right? Like, Gucci Mane is like 50 years old and he's still rapping about street shit when, nigga, you ain't been in the streets for like over a decade, probably 2 decades now, bro. You've been rich for like damn near 10, 15 years. What is you rapping about the shit that you was doing when you was broke and you've been a millionaire for over 10 years? It doesn't make any sense, you know? But I'm gonna tell y'all this. The reason why these artists rap about stuff like that is because they don't want y'all to know who they really are, right? Like, let's be honest, right? Like, 21 Savage is in a relationship with Lotto, right? Why doesn't 21 Savage, like, why doesn't he make music talking about him and Lotto's relationship? And he probably does, but he does it in a very subliminal way. Like, I know Lotto is on this album, but what I'm saying is like, who is 21 Savage as a person, right? Like, most people don't even know what 21 Savage's real name is, right? Like, when you look at the real artists, right? Most of the real artists out there, you know their real name, right? Like, we all know Drake's name is Aubrey Graham, right? We all know that Nas's real name is Nasir. We all know that J. Cole's real name is Jermaine, right? We all know Big Sean's real name is Sean, right? We all know Eminem's real name is Marshall Mathers. We all know Lil Wayne's real name is Dwayne Carter. We all know Jay-Z's real name is Sean Carter. We all know 50 Cent's real name is Curtis Jackson. When you have an artist like Future, NBA Youngboy, Playboy Cardi, right? 21 Savage. The fact that we don't know these niggas' real names is because, right, is because they only talk about their rap characters, like what they was doing back in the streets, because they want to keep this tough guy street nigga image, because if they ever get rid of that image, right, then you're not going to take their music serious. Let's be honest. That's why NBA Youngboy, you know, is probably the biggest rapper out of all of the young niggas, because niggas know that what he's rapping in his music, he's really doing. And I got to give credit to NBA Youngboy. We do know NBA Youngboy's real name is Kentrell, but NBA Youngboy is another artist that has shown diversity. Like, he's not just rapping about street shit in every song. He has songs where he's rapping about his love life. He has songs where he's rapping about personal issues that he's going through. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to NBA Youngboy, man. NBA Youngboy, I don't think he gets enough credit for not just being a rapper, but being a artist. You know what I'm saying? I consider NBA Youngboy an artist. But I'm telling you, man, if it's F the streets, then stop. Don't glamorize none of the bad things about the streets. You know what I'm saying? And 21 Savage, like, you could have came up with such a better moniker than F the streets, because the streets is the reason why you became successful. You know, when these hood artists, when they first start buzzing in their city, like, they don't start off performing in fucking stadiums and shit like that. They don't start off performing, you know, overseas. They start off performing in local cities in their area, in clubs, in the hood. And who's paying money to show up to support these artists? People from the hood. So when you say F the streets, it's like, I know this is not what 21 means by saying F the streets, but your fans is gonna kind of take that like, damn, so he's saying F us when we was the one that was rocking with you before you blew up. We was the one that was paying money to see you in the club and rock with you before you became a mainstream artist. So I think 21 Savage and Young Thug and all of them, I think they need to come up with a better moniker, right? Like, say save the streets or say heal the streets, right? You don't have to say F the streets. Because at the end of the day, the same street shit that caused y'all niggas to go to jail and deal with a bunch of trauma and get shot, y'all glamorize that shit in your music. And what happens? The little kids in the hood listen to that music and they want to grow up and become just like y'all. So, shout out to Boosie, man. Listen, you know, Boosie is in his mid-40s and he's still getting arrested for having guns and shit like that, right? Like, he's about to get sentenced sometime next year. Boosie, he's a nigga that's gonna live and die by the streets, right? Like, Boosie is a street nigga at heart, right? But you gotta respect it because Boosie isn't out here being a hypocrite, right? Boosie glamorizes the streets for before he blew up, after he blew up, before he went to prison, after he got out of prison. And he's still living by the code of the streets. And the only reason why 21 Savage is saying fuck the streets in the first place is because they're trying to fix the relationship between Young Thug and Gunna, right? See, when 6ix9ine ratted, right, everybody blackballed 6ix9ine, right? But because Gunna ratted and he came out and he's still dropping hit songs and he appears to be a bigger artist than Young Thug right now, 21 Savage, he understands that the Gunna beef is hurting Young Thug's career. It's not helping his career, right? Like, the tides have turned. Young Thug kind of needs Gunna more than Gunna needs Young Thug. Gunna, he can keep doing what he's doing, right? Like, you don't see Gunna doing features with everybody no more. He's still doing features with Offset, right? He not doing features with Future and 21 and Young Thug, and he doesn't need to do features with them, right? When he drops, he gonna drop hit songs, he's gonna drop a good album, and people gonna listen to it. Young Thug, his album that he put out when he came out, it wasn't that good. I think YFN Lucci's album was better, but Young Thug's most recent album was very underwhelming, bruh. And I think a lot of that had to do with Young Thug not being 100% focused on making good music. I think he was more so focused on, you know, getting the fans to turn on Gunna, and it didn't work. And because of that, 21 Savage is trying to come up with a way, right, to have Gunna work with 21 and Young Thug again. That's the bottom line, bro. They're trying to move the goalpost for somebody that is a rat. And according to the streets, right, when a dude is a rat from the streets, you're supposed to not rock with him at all. And 21 is trying to come up with some way to give Gunna a pass, because the reality of the situation is 21 Savage is friends with Gunna. He's friends with Young Thug. And he wants Young Thug and Gunna to continue working together because it benefits Atlanta as a whole. That's the reality of the situation, bro. They're not saying F the streets because, they're saying F the streets because they want people to give Gunna a pass for being a rat. The fans have already given him a pass. The fans don't give a fuck about that street shit. This isn't 2000 or 1996, nigga. This is 2025. As long as you make good music, that's all the fans really care about. The fans don't give a damn about who ratted. They don't care. Okay? So with that being said, man, like, let's be honest, guys. 21 Savage, he can't make a whole album without talking about street shit. He's gonna talk about street shit as long as 21 Savage remains a rapper, he's going to continue rapping about street shit. Yeah, he may give you a song like, I got 1, 2, 3, 4 M's in my bank account, M's in my bank account. But he ain't gonna make an entire album like that. It's just not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. So, 21, you are looking like a hypocrite. I do get what you're trying to do. I do think that what you're trying to do is a good thing. But you gotta go about it in a better way, bruh. F the streets, that's not the right slogan for what you're trying to do. Say save the streets or heal the streets. But F the streets it just don't sound right, bruh. Especially when you literally just dropped the album and a majority of your album is talking about street shit that doesn't benefit the youth in any type of way. So with that being said, man, it's your boy Wavy, Stay Wavy TV. Make sure y'all subscribe, thumbs up the video, and most importantly, let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. Do y'all agree with Boosie, or do y'all rock with 21 Savage's movement? Let me know in the comment section. It's your boy Wavy. I'm out.
Yeah, welcome to the vibe. Stay wavy in the mix, got the culture on the rise. Tap in, hit subscribe, ring that bell, let it ride. We gon' surf through the trends, give you game every time. Reviews, new views, keep it honest, never fake. If you're looking for the wave, this the channel you embrace. Stay